Greetings, badasses. How's it going? My name is Julia. This is the fucking yoga company, Yoga for the Rest of Us. All of the benefits, none of the bullshit. Actually, there's quite a bit of bullshit here, but there's none of the yoga or fitness bullshit. I am back on the mat. I do this every fucking week. Mondays, somehow, I don't know why, but Mondays, unless something happens, are pretty easy for me. It's when the rest of the week kind of starts to get derailed that is really frustrating. I do have to go to the county clerk's today. Long story. I need to go get the, why are we, no, I don't want recents. I want alphabetical. Thank you. Let's see, what am I doing? This is Morning Groove Yoga. I hope that you have been able to sleep. I hope you slept well. I kind of have changing my routines a little bit, and thus slept. I didn't sleep. Did I sleep okay? I don't know. And I am working on reclaiming this body of mine. So, this is my spiel, and then we're going to do Morning Groove Yoga. Find comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. Staff pose is legs out in front of you. I'm going to sit with the ischial tuberosities, the sit bones, on the very edge of this mat, of this blanket. I had to adjust it though because it got messed up. Just just not my whole booty boot, just the pointy parts of that pelvic cradle. So staff pose is pretty easy to find. If you want to put a pillow or a bolster behind your knees, under your knees, that might help reduce some of the tension in your low back. One leg out, one leg in. This is always a lovely position. You control the stretch of the interior of the leg, the adductor and hip flexor, by manipulating, changing the angle of your leg. Look at all those words. Or you can join me in pleasant seated pose, which is not crisscross applesauce, nor is it fucking lotus. It is, both of my legs are in parallel on the mat, right? And you can see right now, I think maybe, these pants might be hard for you to see. You can see how my left hip is tight. Look at that. My right hip is my right knee is on the mat. My left knee is up high because my left hip is tight. Look, I'm out of a bandage. But look, I don't have the flexibility, so I got to be working on that. My stitches came out, which is, I think it feels better without the stitches than it ever did with the stitches in. So something in those stitches were, Laura, Alicia, talk to me. What was in those stitches that was irritating my skin? Let's see, what else? Oh, and I did a thing. My back is finished, although I am going to go have my dragon recolored. I just decided. In fact, I'm going to text Caleb, I'm going to text you about my back. In comparison to the rest of my artwork on my skin ink artwork, my dragon's looking a little muddy. So I'm going to have Caleb do that after I get back from Scotland. Let's see, what else? Oh, so anyway, I filled in the last little gap of my back, and I said, oh, look, I'm done. But then I realized how muddy my dragon was. So I'm going to have my dragon refreshed. It is 20 years old, to be fair. I got that dragon right at the beginning of, I got that dragon when I got my master's degree. And so, yeah, 21 years ago, got that dragon. So it's needs just a little touch up. So that's what and I forgot I have my microphone on. I'm going to lower my voice into the register of a phone sex operator. They don't do that anymore, do they? I don't know. Maybe. Or a late night radio DJ. Although that kind of hurts my throat. How about if I just drop my volume? If you're a member of the population that is sensitive to air quality, the wind and the smoke, or the wind has drifted down into our area from the Canadian wildfires, and we are deep in the smoke today. We are under an ozone layer warning. But who needs the EPA, right? Who needs it? Anyway, so I am in my nice loose pants because my back is a little sunburny. And I am in my short top because fuck this. Oh, this is where I was going. Every time I look up or get a link for weight loss, I look up the anti-inflammatory diet. I look up the American Diabetes Association diet. I look up, the Mediterranean diet, and that's how we eat. Because we all, despite our healthy mental conversation, we are influenced by social norms. And right now, thin, emaciated culture is creeping its way back into popularity. Body positivity is going by the wayside. And every time I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, or if I just do this, I can do that. And I go to look at how we're eating, and, we don't eat processed foods. I don't eat processed sugar. I don't eat a lot of bread. I make all of our food. I use the olive oil. I do fresh vegetables. We limit our red meat. We all of the things. I don't drink during the week, alcohol. So all of those things we already do. And this is not going anywhere. Ooh, 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 ooh. And the other thing I have come to accept about myself, and this is an age thing. I am just built like my mother. Yes, it hurts me to say it. At a certain age, we just get barrel bodied. I mean, you know what I mean? This is the body I have. I was talking to an author friend of mine, Jordan Rosenfeld, about it. She was saying, oh my God, you should really wear a lot of open backed things. And I was like, big flabby boobs and this extra kind of weight that I've been carrying around. Now, if I wanted to starve myself, I could lose probably 15 pounds. But then I'd be real wrinkled. I'd have to get Botox because that's what happened the last time. And right now I'm clocking in people's radar between 35 and 40 years old. So, you know what? I don't know. I mean, there's just never winning, right? So let's do some yoga, because mobility is the key. Who gives a flying fuck? I want you to be healthy. I want you to protect your joints. If that means you are going to work toward losing some weight, good on you. Do it healthy and do it for the right reasons, right? Mobility. I support you. Pulling our attention and awareness from the external to the internal, taking a scan of the body, checking in state and quality of the physical form. How are you feeling? My finger hurts. It's itchy. And it is really painful. And I'm trying to remember I had surgery on it. I guess just unrealistic expectations, I guess. My left hip is very, very tight. I think I slept pretty good. Also, I did, I'm going to leave a review. I got a carpal tunnel brace to sleep in. And, I was skeptical, but fuck if it didn't fucking work, man. Just one night and my finger, I didn't wake up. I mean, I still have some arthritis stuff going on and there's it's there, but fuck, it worked. So who knew? How are you feeling? That was my inventory. Pulling our attention and awareness into the state and quality of our thinking. Yes, I've had coffee. Yes, I have to go over to the county clerk. Yes, I have some other shit going on today that I'm worried about time-wise. But you know what? I'm on the mat. I'm going to slide all that other stuff off to the side and give myself this time. And then I'm moving that silence into the awareness of the breath. And I'm just going to notice that inhale and exhale and feel how that works in the body. I am, like I said, feeling a little froggy in the throat. I'm feeling a little sinus issue. We're back in the heat wave. We're having we're a few days of, it's August, so I mean, I'm not surprised by it. But. And let's slowly increase the length of inhale to match the length of exhale and work on a lovely mid-range, low to mid-energy rhythm of breath there. Wherever you are at in that length of balance of breath, let's exhale all the air out of the lungs. Nice big reach on up to the ceiling. And exhaling down. Ooh, I'm feeling my rhomboid and my latissimus dorsi. We're going to do some upper back work. Let's go ahead and take a nice lovely reach to the side. Oh yeah, we're going to work some upper body work today. So grab your strap. Mine's over there. So remember, this is about creating length of body rather than collapsing over the hips. So I want you to imagine reaching up towards the ceiling first and then taking that lean. Feel that stretch through the rib cage, through those obliques. One more time because I lost the count. Nice big inhale up and take a forward fold. Tracing fingertips down, we're resting on the forearms and I'm following through with the bow of my chin. And I'm going to rest my elbows on my calves, wiggling the toes, relax the feet. Little rock side to side. Walking the hands back, nice big reach on up. Letting those hands drift down toward the mat. And I'm tucking hands behind my hips, bowing the chin forward. Taking a tilt of the ear over to one side. Releasing the chin slowly through that semicircle. Oh, I'm still sleeping on my side though. I really got to work on this shoulder. I bought a back sleeping pillow and I will start transitioning to my back. Which means I'm going to be sleeping with a pillow under my knees. And then I'll start to snore. Releasing the chin forward, tracing the fingertips around the front of the body, slowly stacking cervical spine. If you are sitting in staff pose, you stay there. The rest of us are going to change the position of our legs and swap those legs in directionality. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to grab that strap. All right. Nice big inhale up. I'm going to cactus squeeze it back. Come on up, take a lateral extension, and then drive that elbow back behind me. Lengthening up and coming to center. And we're going to cactus squeeze again. Cactus squeeze. lengthening up. I'm going to the other side, lateral extension, and then reach that elbow back behind you. Cactus squeeze. Lateral extension, drive the elbow back. Work on keeping that chin tucked and the head pressed gently back toward the imaginary collar of a shirt. Oh, nice big inhale up for forward fold, tracing the fingers down. Woo, howdy. I'm moving my forearms out to the knees. So I'm putting that external rotational pressure on my legs, which means I'm amping up the stretch through the adductors. And I'm actually feeling some tightness right here in my... this is an insertion point for your quads and adductors in and around the knee. And I'm going to give myself a little pressure on that fascia. I'm going to go see Celeste. Walking hands back. Nice big stretch up. Releasing hands down to the hips, bowing the chin and taking the tilt of the ear to one side. Now I'm going to pause where I feel a little extra tightness. So I'm really slowing down this sweep of the head in this semicircle. Now we don't do full head circles because if you're looking up toward the ceiling, you're crunching your cervical spine. You're collapsing it, compression, and you're going to grind on those. I'm going to call them the vertebral phalanges, but I think they have a different name. Tracing the fingertips around the front of the body. Slowly stacking cervical spine. All right. I'm moving to hands and knees. I like to pad my knees with a blanket. I'm also going to grab this block to place between my ankles so that I can definitely work through these hip flexors and the adductors while we work on the floor for a little while. But we are going to do some standing work. We're going to do a lot of upper body work. All right. Oh, soften the elbows. Shrug the shoulders down. Engage the core. Inhaling at center. And let's tuck the chin. Take the forearms down. Round the back. Draw back into the fold. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wiggle the fingers. Make a fist. Fist. Inhaling forward. You know what I want you to do? 2 more of those. When I talk about making a fist, I didn't cue you. Make a fist with the thumb outside of the hand of the fingers, and then spread the fingers wide and make a fist with the thumb inside. 1 more time. And what the fuck, lean. I'm feeling, so many things. That's the glute med. Those are the obliques. That's the transverse abdominis. Maybe into a little bit of latissimus dorsi. Oh my goodness. Inhaling to flat back. Let's Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin. Take the forearms down. Scoop the belly. Draw back into the fold. Oh my gosh, Julia, why do we keep doing the very similar warm-ups? because that is where we have our, these are the hardest working muscles in show business. Oh. They help us do everything. And they are tight because of it. And sometimes during the day, Angry Cat Tuck, we think, oh, we'll stretch our legs, or I'll lean, I'll take a little lateral extension, or, maybe a little twist. Maybe you rub your shoulders or roll your shoulders, tuck the feet, and lean gently into that stretch. Inhaling forward, make those toes flat. Let Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back into the fold. Open up the elbows a little bit. Rock and roll the wrists. Make some fists. Inhaling forward. What the fuck, lean. And now we're approaching a place in our repetition where you might want to rock forward and back, changing the position of the body. Or maybe leaning a little deeper toward the edge of the mat. Angry Cat Tuck. Flat back, tuck the toes, and take your gentle lean. Now you control this, the power of this stretch. I'm going deep into these feet. I really am trying to work. I'm trying to stretch through my healed ankle, which creates some tightness in my plantar fascial and Achilles heel. Mobility, mobility, mobility. Flatten the toes. We're coming down to the elbows, and I want to round my back here. Rock and roll those feet. And then let's tuck up and step into calf stretch. So soften the elbows, shrug the shoulders down, push into one side. Push into one side. Oh, my goodness gracious. And then step back to come down for Chakravarkasana bow. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, draw back into the fold, open the elbows, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Ooh, I don't know if you can hear me creaking and popping, but I am creaking and popping. Inhaling forward, what the fuck, lean. And the other side. Angry Cat Tuck. I'm going to take a little lean to one side. Oh, I'm getting a cramp in my hip. Ooh. Right there. Ooh, flat back. Tuck the toes. I also have an eyelash in my under my eyelid. Come forward, flatten the toes. And now we're going to add an extra little lean here. I'm going to take my right hand over to my left. And now I'm increasing this length. I want to drop the forearm toward the mat and then lean into the right side of the body. I'm gonna switch. So my right hand comes back to the edge of the mat. My left hand travels over. I'm taking the bow and leaning. Coming on forward, let's tuck the toes. Step in and take our calf stretch. Soften the elbows. And press down. Glance forward, and we're walking up to take our first forward fold. So again, real quick, if you haven't done it already, grab your strap or your prop, whatever you're using. Soften the knees, a little forward fold. So you can be on your quads, you could be on your shins. I'm on this block. Lift and spread the toes. Elbows to knees. Oh my goodness, roll on up. Nice big stretch to the ceiling. Cactus squeeze. All right, we're going to take a big lateral extension and then add 3 big open arm sweeps. Come on up, big open arm sweep. So palms up, right? I'm soft in the knees, my core is engaged, and I'm gonna roll through this nice, lovely. I'm soft in the elbows, but I'm rolling those shoulders forward on that reach. Inhaling up to come down, forward folding chair. Take a tilt to one side. Take a tilt to one side. Come on up to the block. Flat in the back. Forward fold. Ooh, little rock side to side. Elbows to knees. Whew. Come on up. Nice big reach. Cactus squeeze. Lateral extension. Bring the hand down and reach the fingertips toward that arm somewhere. Unwind. Come on up. Lateral side. Engage the core. I'm protecting my back. Three big open arm sweeps. Stretching on up, taking a forward fold. Forward folding chair, round in the back. All right, I'm going to grab my strap and just take it around my neck. I'm coming up for my half lift. Coming on down to the block. And now I'm going to bend the right knee and just lean into that hip. So this is a little hip lean. Soften the knee though, right? And I'm going to switch. Trace the fingers up the body. Now I'm coming with the palms forward, strap between my forefinger and thumb, and I'm coming back into this drop. So it's a cactus squeeze, but now I'm adding tension. I'm hanging onto the strap. tilt the ear to one side gently. And tilt the ear, to the other side gently. All right, reaching on up and coming forward for forward fold. Trace the fingers down the legs. Elbows to knees. Trace the fingers up, nice big stretch. Cactus squeeze here without the strap. Lateral extension. Roll the shoulder forward and touch the forearm or somewhere on the inside of the arm with that hand. Inhaling up first and then coming to center, or unwinding, I guess is the correct terminology. I'm feeling my low back. I'm feeling right in here. 3 big open arm circles. So I'm giving my knees a little shake. I'm tucking my tailbone. Inhaling up to come down to forward folding chair. Oh, I'm definitely feeling it right here. I'm going to rock around and take a lean. I'm going to rock around and take a lean. All right, I'm coming to half lift. Now I'm coming down to the block, bending the right knee and leaning a little into the left. So actually, what I'm going to do is what the fuck lean here. I'm tilting my upper body to the right, and I'm leaning into the left. And then I'm going to shift. Now try to keep that, let's see, my right knee wanted to lock. I want you to keep that soft. Come down to a little fold. Trace the feet, the fingers up the legs, big stretch. Coming in with this strap into this reach, or I'm sorry, is it a reach? It's a dip. Soften the knees. I'm going to rock forward and roll my shoulders. Now I'm pulling against this strap. I'm soft in the elbows. Tilt the, oh my goodness, ear to one side. And tilt the ear to the other side. Those are your trapezius. Inhaling up. Now I want you to widen your stance or widen your grip for that nice open arm circle. And then I'm going to come up, bend the elbows strongly, and come down to my forward fold. Trace the fingers on up. Inhaling. Cactus squeeze. Lateral extension. Rock those fingertips down. Open up that reach and come up to ceiling. Same thing over here. Forward folding chair. Half lift. Come on down to the block. All right, so we're going to what the fuck lean. And the other direction. All right, I'm going to bend my knees and touch the mat, and we're going to go right foot back. And I'm going to go into a warrior one stance. So I've moved my left foot out, and I'm moving my right foot in, And I'm pressing both feet into the mat. My hips are as square as I can get them, and that's so that I've got this nice wide stance. Right? And I'm just in an easy warrior one stance. I'm stretching the hip flexor and the quad on the right side. Right? I'm not in my low back, I'm not collapsed. I'm a little forward, but I'm trying to keep the front body long to feel this stretch. Take the hands to the hips, just like we would if we were seated, and draw those elbows back. All right, I'm coming all the way down to the mat. I'm going to plant the hands. I'm stepping the left foot back for this calf stretch. Pushing into a heel, soften the elbows, shrug the shoulders. And now I'm going to walk forward for my forward fold. Tracing those fingers up the legs, nice big stretch. Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Cactus squeeze. Rock and roll the ankle or the wrists, wiggle the fingers. Coming up for our big lateral extension. Oh. Take the fingertips down. Forward folding chair. Trace the fingers up the legs. Coming on down to the block. I'm going to bend that right knee and rotate around. Bend the left knee and rotate around. All right, now, bending the knees, touch the toes. I'm stepping my left foot back into that warrior one stance. My right foot, heel toes out to the edge of the mat. I step my left foot back towards the edge of the mat. I'm long, right, in the body forward, and I just want to take a little stretch here. Now, this side is a little bit more touchy for me because that's my healed ankle. Rest the back of the hands on the hips and draw the shoulders and elbows back. So on this side, I'm feeling it less in the hip flexor, and I'm feeling it all in my ankle and calf. And that's because I still have 2 screws in that ankle, and I'm working on improving my flexibility there. Used to be real flexible on that side, and now I've, fucking pandemic. The COVID really kicked my ass. Okay, I'm coming on down. Thrashed my lungs. Thrashed my thyroid, fucked with my eyesight, and my physical fitness level. All right, I'm going to step back and take a Chakravarkasana bow here. Tuck the chin, take the forearms down, scoop the belly, and draw back. Oh. Actually, I want to grab this block. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. All right, we're going to come forward and we're going to take that runner stretch. So we're doing some deeper low back work. I want to move my left leg back. And there's my hip flexor. So I didn't experience this when I did that Warrior One stance because of my ankle. But now, because a lot of low back, let's call it tension. All right, I'm going to move my left leg forward. Whew, now I'm switching sides. A lot of low back tension comes from the hips. It comes from your hip flexors, your glute medius, your quads. Oh. Whew, I'm going to bring my right knee in a little bit. And then I'm actually going to walk all the way forward. Oh. And just lean into the heels a little. Oh. Take a lean. All right, we're going to move to our backs. I'm grabbing a drink of water. Whew. I need to clean this. I need to adjust my room again. I've done a bunch of cleaning, which I think is lovely. I'm going to hold on to my strap. I've eliminated some things, but I still need to do some more work. Won't happen today because after this, I've got to go scream down to the county clerk's. All right. Oh, wow. Little rock side to side. It's that low back right there. Oh. All right. Well, we're going to work a little leg release. And then we're going to do some lateral stretching here. Little banana stretch. Whew. And then a little pelvic tilting and some Apanasana. So if you don't have a prop, I love a strap. I mean, I think at least one block, if ideally 2 yoga blocks and a strap. Chef's kiss. I mean, a blanket. I love these big cotton Mexican blankets because they're very versatile. They're very versatile just even off the yoga mat. But so I've got my strap around just toward the ball of my foot. Soft in the knee. This is about pushing your heel away from your hip. So maybe you're down here. Maybe you have just really tight hip hamstrings. I recognize that. I want you just to feel that stretch. I'm not even putting a crap ton of tension on this leg. I just want to feel that stretch. Dorsal flex those toes, right? So pointing your toes is plantar flexion. Rolling those toes towards your shin is dorsal flexion. We're holding just a little bit longer. All right, I'm going to take the end of the strap in my left hand. If you don't have a strap, the fingers should be low on or high on the leg, above the knee, or and you can rest your elbow on the floor and then rest your leg in the hand. Oh. So hip flexor, adductor, hamstring here, a little bit of calf. All right, drawing that leg up. And I'm going to lengthen my right leg and go across the body with my left. Oh my God, something just moved where it needs to be. Gosh, my eyes are watering. Holy cow. Holy moly. got stuck. I had a hitch and a giddy up. Whew. And I'm returning my feet to the mat. Little tilt up, rearrange the body. Strap is going around the right foot. Again, if you don't have a strap, just take your hand somewhere on the back of that thigh. And remember, it's not about how close you can get your toes to your nose. It's about how long you can get your leg from hip to heel without snapping that knee into a hyperextension. Don't lock the knees. And again, I'm not pulling the strongest stretch here. It's morning, right? I haven't started my day. I haven't walked around. I did have coffee. I'm going to go water my pots. I'm going to go change my clothes and go down to the county clerk's. And then I'll come back, hopefully, and walk a dog. And then I need to take a dog to the vet. Sorry, my to-dos are creeping into my awareness. I'm going to shove them off to the side. I'm taking that strap or the outside of the knee into my hand and opening up that leg. I'm going to let those things go because guess what? We have a few more minutes on this mat before we're going to start our day. Super tight in this adductor, which is why that placement around that space around my knee is achy. Draw that leg up and in, lengthen the left leg. Let's go across the body. Now I'm keeping that soft bend in my knee and I'm keeping the dorsal flexion of my toes. And this is on this side more powerfully right into my IT band, which is that. You know what? Honestly, I don't know if I know this. I don't know if the IT band is just fascia or if it's actually a ligament. I think it's just fascia. I'll look that up. And come on up. All right, bring those knees up. Rock and roll the ankles. Ooh, point and flex the toes. Whew. And now fingers are going to pop over the tops of the knees. Little rock side to side. We're going to take our Apanasana rounds. Inhaling. And then exhaling. I'm drawing the knees toward the body. I'm scooping my belly and then lifting my hips slightly toward the ceiling. Oh, yeah. Inhaling, unwinding. Listen, if I had done this before early on in the workout, or early on in the flow, I would have been feeling this hard in my low back. Alrighty. Now I want you to check in body temperature wise. It was a lovely, cool morning. Here's what, I shouldn't jinx. I'm going to knock on wood. Our growing season here is significantly shorter than anywhere. Like if you even go 20 minutes, 30 minutes south, it's a completely different, agricultural zone, a different microclimate, and I can feel that chill in the air. We're heading towards, I hate to say it, we're heading towards autumn, but so you might be chilly. Is my point. Add a layer, grab your blanket. I want you to think about where you would like to take final relaxation. This flow is intended to get you moving toward the day. So my recommendation would be, if you want to stay on your back, feet on the floor, knees to the ceiling. Let your knees tent in, arms open, palms up. If you want to take that full groovy Shavasana, if you just need it, legs extended, arms at your sides, palms up is the traditional pose. Again, you can put a pillow or a blanket underneath the back of your knees. You can roll up a beach towel underneath the back of your neck. If you are gestating, my K girl is this big. Listen, I was never that tiny. Well, I'm not that tiny anyway. She's a tiny, lithe little creature, and she's this big. Like, it's just the baby is right there. I used to see those women and go, ugh, because there was no hiding. I was just, ugh. But I'm also not that tiny of a human being, so. There's a bug. There was a centipede in the basement this morning. I had to kill it. I felt a little bit bad, but okay, that being said, gestating human being on the right, whatever side you're supposed to be sitting on. I can't remember which one it is. Support yourself with your bolster, a pillow between your knees, blanket, whatever, right? I'm going to take seated meditation. So I'm going to go soles of the feet together. And I'm going to give myself a little lean into knees, because I'm going to work this hot spot right here. Pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your forehead. I want you to notice all of the tiny little muscles and nerve endings around your eyes and the cheeks. Let the tongue drop away from the roof of the mouth. Unclench the teeth. Give your head a little shake, side to side, roll those shoulders a little bit, shake the arms out, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, and then let your upper body rest toward the floor. Just relax that energy out. Noticing the length of spine from the base of the neck down between the shoulder blades. Imagine traveling between each rib pair into the hips, lift the tailbone a little bit, and then relax the torso toward the floor. Give me a little tension in the quads, flex the calves, roll the ankles, wiggle the toes, and then release the lower body to take a rest against the mat. Pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking, check in. Things might be waking up. You know, I had a little breach of security earlier. Slide all of those things away from your focus and anchor your attention to the breath. Give yourself these few minutes of silence. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Nothing to make, no decisions to make. And then follow that inhale and exhale. Just concentrate on the breath. Let's pull some deeper breaths into the lungs, big filling inhales, big sighing exhales. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, roll the wrists, roll the ankles. Lengthen the arms out to the side, lengthen the legs wherever you are at. Take a big stretch into that T reach. Oh, and then take a big yawning, getting out of bed, squeezing stretch for all those muscles. And then bring a knee up and give it a squeeze. Bring the other knee up, give it a squeeze. If you're seated, just wrap those arms behind the knees and take a big C curve. And we're going to rock side to side, roll from one hip across the low back to the other. And then when you're ready, rocking completely to one side. Resting your head for a moment on your arm and then peel your upper body off the mat and come back into comfortable seated position. Take a little shimmy of the shoulders, wiggle the fingers, get into a comfortable seated position, and just notice the state and quality of the physical form. How are you feeling on this end of the practice? I'm getting a big cramp in my glute. That is a release of tension in another part of the body. Body's talking to me. Pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your breath, and notice that soft, easy inhale, soft, silent exhale. And now we're going to pay attention to the state and quality of our thinking. And I want you to notice what's going on in the brain. Now, here's where you get to take a little organizational time. What is timely? What must you do, right? I must get dressed and go down to the county clerk. I have to get that done as early as possible so that the rest of my day can start. But what are you doing, right? What is timely for you? Pulling that and then releasing that awareness, opening the eyes, blinking and releasing practice. Taking a moment to honor your body for doing what you asked it to do today and all the hard work it does to get you from one end of the week to the other. Listen, I'm as guilty as anybody. My alarm went off and I took a moment to enjoy the bed and to be comfortable, and it was cool in the room, right? All those things. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to be really upset with myself later if I don't get up now. I'm as guilty as anybody. To take those moments and feel like I can skip yoga, right? And every time I get on this mat, whether it's for Pilates or calisthenics or yoga, I remember how good it feels, what benefits it offers my body, and how much I improve during the day. So give yourself that encouragement. My name is Julia. This is the fucking yoga company, Yoga for the Rest of Us. All of the benefits, none of the yoga or fitness bullshit. Grace and kindness, people. Grace and kindness. Please, please, please contact your representatives. Please contact your representatives. That's what I'm going to do. Every time. Ciao.